Even though it's written Maxwell, I don't think that this is the battery that will be presented in just 48 hours on the Insane Battery Day. Happy Sunday and welcome to a very special Tesla Sundays. What the intro. I love this Tesla Sundays intro. Now let's talk about the blueprint of this episode. But while I'm doing this for you, I would like to ask you to do something for me. Let's make this the most liked Tesla Sundays episode ever. 1,200 likes is necessary for that. Let's do it right now. Thank you very much. And the first topic obviously is to see how the Tesla stock performed over the last couple of 7 days since our last Tesla Sundays episode. Then we will look into the chart. Then we have a look into the insane battery day that we are looking for many months now. And then we will talk about the Piper Sandler $515 stock price target, which, you know, skyrocketed a little bit the Tesla stock on Friday. And then we will look into the competition of LUCID, which I think, you know, can be a quite interesting duo, you know, Tesla versus LUCID on the long term, especially in the very high premium market. So finally, then we will dive into the Germany's driverless plan of 2022. So building up to the special day on Tuesday, I think that the Tesla stock did quite well last week. But before we diving into the stock, I would like to encourage you to check out the join button below all my videos and live streams, because there you can get access to the most exclusive membership out there that is out there on YouTube finance world. Okay, I think that we have one of the best communities out there, and for a very valuable price you can get access to the Discord channel and even one-on-one with me as your mentor to become a better investor. So it's all about you if you want to get better investing. Now let's talk about the stock. The stock went quite up in this week, in the last 7 days, 17%. Is it something new for Tesla investors? I don't think so, because we were so volatile over the last couple of months and weeks that I think this is just, you know, the normal numbers that the stock goes up or down over the next couple of weeks. And you know, it's heartbreaking sometimes for me, because people, especially some that are new to the market, are saying, you know, is it already still a valuable price for Tesla? Or is it, you know, an overvalued price? And the last day that we went on the stock market, it started quite strong, about 4 or 5%. And as of this recording, we are losing a little bit of steam. But, you know, is it very normal that the stock goes so high? Let's find out in the stock analysis and the stock chart if we see any big trends going on. Tesla is just in this absolutely trend towards new dimensions. Okay, I mean, we are just in front of the battery day. This will be the battery day here, and I believe that Tesla has, as I said, or if you really will listen to this vlog, then you will see that we will have two options, going up or down. All right, but if we going down, let's assume we will go down over the next couple of days because profit taking whatsoever, then it's important to hold the $400 mark, because the $400 mark will be the end of this trend. And guys, you know, sometimes maybe you are not interested into those technicals, but it's important to understand where a stock can go, where it can really bounce off, and where you should maybe put your stop loss. Okay, this is also interesting to see. If you're a short-term or mid-term investor and thinking, you know, I want to take off something from the table before it's crashing, then definitely 400 would be somewhere where I would put my stop loss, and then the next resistance line is somewhere around 325-ish, 26-ish, and then you have another here at 275, and then it's, you know, room to go down up to 200, right? So as you can see, it depends highly what we will see on battery day, but other than that, you really want to know what's going on technical wise. Other than that, if you don't want to know what's technical wise interested, because I'm not the technical trader, guys, okay? I'm not the day trader, but I want to understand where the stock is currently heading, you know, where it's bouncing off. And once you have this lines here that you can nicely do here on Yahoo Finance, then you really can see where the stock can go higher and lower at some point. So then we will definitely go into the last quarter of Tesla, which is always the biggest quarter for all those car companies out there, you know, the last Q4 of 2020. And this will be quite interesting because we will see how the economy will do until then. We will see how the health crisis will evolve until then. So it will be super interesting how much cars we can really sell. I mean, if we break a new record, okay, which I am assuming, I think that this stock has way more to run upwards here to maybe to the $600 mark, and then it's really, you know, backed up with some real data that we see in sales numbers, because currently, you know, just because of the Tesla stock split, the stock just went madness here since the 11th of August, you know, just madness, almost, you know, double since then, just in a very short time. We lost then half of it, so you can see how fast it can go down also, right? I mean, from the 31st of August until the 8th of September, we actually, you know, broke down here, but we gained most of it. We didn't went back up to 500 almost, but you know, it's a good streak of a quarter that we recovered so far. So all eyes on battery day, guys. I will be live. I will be with you. I will be looking into some chat messages on that day. So stay tuned. I really look forward to watch it with you. And let's dive into the next category and talking actually about the battery day. Insane battery day. I like to say it this way because this is how Elon Musk actually tweeted it. And if you're on social media, then you should follow me also on Wolf of Dubai Danny. This is my tag on Instagram where the content after this video continues, so don't lose any little information that may be the key to your financial success. Now let's talk about battery day, something that is in line with those big events that Tesla is actually doing. So, you know, we had Autonomous Day, we had a Cybertruck reveal, and all of these events, the stock after the event actually didn't skyrocket, but they, you know, they lost a bit. And I think this could be the case also in battery day. You know, obviously we are here to understand the company, but we want to understand what the stock can do. And there's, in my personal opinion, big three scenarios. So first of all, I think the stock will absolutely skyrocket, you know, because there will be some very mind-blowing news. The second thing that I think maybe there will be some profit taking, right? After the whole news and the anticipation and the expectation, and maybe, you know, the expectation are just fulfilled, but the people don't understand it, or it's too far away or something like that, and the stock goes down 10-15%. Or the third scenario, I think that maybe it's just a little bit of an uptick, okay? So I think, you know, with such a great upwards sentiment, you have so much pulver that was already blown that, you know, the stock need really unexpected news. And maybe, and this is also very important, this is not only battery day, guys, this is also shareholder day, yeah, where this is the annual meeting of all shareholders, where they maybe, you know, talk about other things that Elon Musk has a different opinion than the shareholders, and this can give us a little bit of, you know, a negative side. But all in all, I think it will be a fantastic event. It will be super positive. positive. So the most what I really anticipate and I really want is that the stock goes really higher than it closes on Monday. So I'm super excited. You are part on my channel here, so subscribe if you're new here, ring the bell so you get notified once I'm online and live streaming the battery day. Piper Sandler is one of the outspoken Tesla bulls since many years. Now, they just increased the price target for the stock of 480 to 515 and still keeping the stock as overweight. Now, they argue about two main things that I think, are quite interesting to read about. First of all, they think that the energy business is too much of an undervalued segment of Tesla's business, because they think that energy business, the batteries, the big storage of energy will be exceeding 200, and now hold your seat, $billion per year in revenue. Well, this is, the long shot, obviously, and also Elon Musk said it many times that this is, the big chunk of money that will come into Tesla's pocket over the next couple of years. Now, on the other side, you need to understand that also they are thematizing in this report that they just brought out, and that's why the stock went up on Friday mainly, that they need to speak about the Elon Musk compensation that gets also the next milestone achieving by the next couple of weeks. They said always milestone achieving compensation is one of the best things that can happen to a company, right? I mean, think about it, compensation that is just because of the stock price, or just because of the years the CEO is on board. The compensation of Elon Musk is really basically zero if you don't achieve huge growth for the company, and therefore also value for the shareholder. And therefore I think it's pretty fair, and I think that Piper really nailed it with this report. I think this is a great report. I think people should read about this news. So go out and check it out. And this is definitely something that should be covered by more and more people out there to really understand Tesla's mindset on how to run a company in 2020. So LUCID, a car company based on electric power, is also just releasing a new car. And actually I have to say that from all of these competitors, right? I mean, NIO, the car brands that are already existing, or the other cars like Nikola, I think that after NIO, that LUCID makes so many things right. And now listen to me. I mean, the car looks absolutely fantastic. And also the features, I mean, they are really concentrating on two things. I think speed is one of the things, right? I mean, they're building within just 8 to 10 months a whole production facility in the States. And then also they brought the head of manufacturing, Peter Hoetzinger, from Tesla to LUCID, and I think these are very key things. But listen me a little bit out. I think that what they are saying in the presentation, or what they said in the presentation, is really important, because they are focusing on a niche market, the luxury electric vehicle market. And on the top of the LUCID management is the UK CEO, which gives this a little bit of a Rolls-Royce flair, or a Range Rover like, right? So I think they have a really good shot if they concentrate on this niche of luxury, right? Think about it, you have different car brands. You have these brands like Volkswagen or Daimler that producing as much different cars, so they have this huge volume, right? Or Toyota as well. And then you have this specific niche manufacturers like Lamborghini, right? Which is also the VW group. But in the end of the day, they were first a very niche luxury brand, or like Aston Martin or like Ferrari, right? So there is some very interesting business opportunity in this segment, and they said it in the presentation, and this is one of the sentences that really stuck to me. They said what they really want to put on the forefront is not numbers. They don't want to produce directly in the masses. They want to focus on quality. And once this quality is there, then they can focus on numbers, okay? So if you have a luxury electric car that has those attributes from Jaguar, from Range Rover, Aston Martin, then I think you can have a really, really interesting brand. And you know that they doing something great in the technology. Apparently, the LUCID car with their triple motor beat the Tesla plate on racetrack numbers. Very interesting. We stay tuned. So actually, as you know, Germany is betting on Tesla and Tesla is betting on Germany. Now, you know, I'm a German, so actually I'm knowing how things can be a little bit slow, specifically with technology in this country. But however, you know, the Angela Merkel just met with some very important representative of lawmaking positions, and they just announcing that they want to be the first country in the whole world that allowing the entire country to drive driverless in the cities of Germany. Now this is huge because you know, everyone that I talked about, they said, you know, Germany for sure, this is something by 2030 or further away, but to have a real clear vision for that, this is really pioneering. I mean, this is great for a nation that is, you know, built on car industry. We have the greatest cars and quality ever made throughout history, obviously, and now it's the change of will the driverless cars and cars like Tesla, the digitalized car, take over, and maybe the German car industry, can they survive? So this will be the question of the next decade, and definitely it's something very important if Germany thinking this way, and they want to make it happen 2022 already. So, you know, just 1 year from now, if you're thinking that this year's almost over, right, the Rona year, then you think that this is around the corner, which is fantastic, because this is always the question of Elon Musk that he needs to answer, you know, when robotaxi will come. And he's saying, you know, it's not about too much the technology side, because the technology it's really insane and ready almost, but this will be a regulatory visit of the regulations and the laws that need to be put in place. But Germany on the very forefront on this makes me super happy.